Very good morning to you all. So, through this video lecture, you can see the solution of your exercise 3.3. First 10 questions I would like to share with you. Like the first question here given is, you are given with a parallelogram HATE. So, draw that. Here it is. This is HATE. And these are the diagonals given intersecting each other at O. Now you need to complete in A part by knowing the properties, then B part angle HET, and then C part OE, and D part angle, measure of angle HAT plus measure of angle ATE is equal to. So all the properties I have shared with you during the live class in your Google Classroom. So when we were sharing the properties of parallelogram, I said the opposite sides are always equal. So opposite to HA I am getting EP. So reason you have to mention opposite sides of the parallelogram are equal. Then angle HET, mark this angle HET. This is the angle HET. So this is equal to the angle HAT. Opposite angles of the parallelogram are also equal. That is the second property I told. So you need to mention again the property. Opposite angles of the parallelogram. Opposite angles of parallelogram are always equal. Then OE, here is OE. So another property we said that diagonals, if this is a diagonal, bisects each other. So if O is the point of intersection and this is another diagonal I am highlighting here, so this part will be equal to this part, that is OH will be equal to OT and OE is equal to OA. So my concern is this OE, so I will write OE is equal to OA. So diagonals bisects each other. You have to mention the reason everywhere. Diagonals of parallelogram bisects. Then HAT plus HAT, you see the location of HAT, ATE, ATE, this is. So if there are two parallel lines and this is the transversal, this is the one angle and this is another angle. I was sharing with you the same side to the transversal, a pair of adjoining angles is known as the co-interior angles. So that always sums equal to 180 degree. These are called co-interior angles. Co-interior angles. So that you need to mention in your answer, co-interior angles. So point is, properties of parallelogram, if you understand, I hope nothing difficult is there to answer any of the part in these questions. So that's all about your question number 1. Let's move to question number 2 now. Exercise 3.3. So if you see this, question number 2 is, measure of one angle of a parallelogram is 100 degree. Measure of one angle of a parallelogram. Draw any parallelogram. Now this is A, B, C, D. Any one angle is given equal to 100 degree. And you need to determine all other three angles here. So all three angles you can find, like I said, the opposite angles are equal. So here angle C is equal to angle A. The reason you have to write opposite angles of parallelogram. So one is, so therefore angle C is equal to 100 degree. Now angle B, so angle C plus angle B is equal to 180 degree. I just shared why co-interior angles. Co-interior angles always sums equal to 180 and C you are saying is 100. So C is 100 degree plus angle B is equal to 180 degree. So therefore your angle B will be equal to 180 minus 100, that is equal to 80 degree. That is equal to 80 degree. So co-interior angles you can calculate. So this is 100, this is 80. Again you can say angle B is equal to what? Angle D. Again the property same, I am using opposite angles of parallelogram. So therefore B you said is 80, so angle D is also equal to 80 degree. So this is 80. I was given with this 100 degree. On behalf of this information I have determined the other three. One, by using two properties I used here. One is opposite angles of the parallelogram are equal, and another one is co-interior angles are the sums equal to 180 degree. So children, if you are clear with the basic concept that what are the parallel lines, what is the transversal, what is the relationship between the alternate angles, corresponding angles, co-interior angles, I assure you nothing is going to be difficult over there in your application part. But this is very important from the understanding point of view, that whether are you clear with the position of those all angles, number one. Number two, the relationship between those two angles or sides and other characteristics of that particular quadrilateral in which you are talking about. So here we are concerned with the parallelogram. So make sure whether are you clear with the all properties of parallelogram. Only then you will be able to find the answers here easily. Here is the next one, number 3. Now adjacent angles of a parallelogram are in the ratio of 7:2. Now this is there again. So if you are not clear with the meaning of adjacents, again adjoining, consecutive, this can be adjoining to this can be adjoining to this. So that's your choice where you want to consider that, whether A is to B or A is to D. Options are available with you, or D is to C or C is to B. So you have to decide. But the question starts here is adjacent angles of parallelogram are in the ratio. Let the ratio be x. Let the ratio be in x. So here I am taking like A and B are adjoining. Angle A is adjacent to, suppose I am taking this one, angle B. So therefore angle A is to angle B is lying in the ratio of 7:2. So that is 7x is to 2x. That means this angle is of 7x and this angle is of 2x. Again you can see this is a parallel pair here and you are drawing a transversal. So these are the two angles which are lying to the same side now. But your parallel lines are coming in this way and this is the transversal. So again you can see these are the angles here 7x and 2x lying to the same side of the transversal. So now this is, if you can extend this becomes the transversal. You can extend these. These becomes the parallel lines. This is the transversal, these are the parallels, these are the angles lying to the same side of this. So therefore 7x plus 2x is equal to 180 degree. 9x is equal to 180 degree. So this implies x is equal to 20 degree. So if x is 20, this angle will measure is equal to 140. This angle will measure equal to 40. And then opposite here you can mark is 40 and here also you can mark as 40, because opposite to A C is there and opposite to B D is there. So these two angles will be measuring 140 each and these two angles will be measuring 40 degree each. So you need to determine all the angles, and by studying this figure you can answer what is A and C 140, B and D is equal to 40 degree. So that is the answer for your question number 3. Now let us go to 4. Almost same properties in all these questions we are using over there. So if you see number 4 here, in question number 4, it is two adjacent angles of a parallelogram are, again the same question what we did in previous one. So you take this A, B, C, D. Now suppose I am taking these are the two adjacent angles here, and one is 3a plus 10 and another is 3a minus 4. 3a plus 10 degree and this is 3a minus 4 degree. This is given. So what I have to do is find all the angles. Again, angle A is equal to 3a plus 10, angle B is equal to 3a minus 4. This is given. So you mentioned that this is given, but A and B are the angles which are adjacent or adjoining. So sum of these again will be, so therefore 3a plus 4 plus 3a minus 4 is equal to 180 degree, co-interior. So 4 and 4 you can cancel also. 6a is equal to 180, so therefore a is equal to 30 degree. So then what happens? Therefore angle A will be equal to 3 into 30 plus 10. 3 into 30 plus 10 means 40 degree. And 3 into 30, 3 into 30, 90, here it is 30 degree. 90 plus 10 will give you 100 degree, not 40. So this will be of 100 degree. And angle B, 330s are 90. So 90 minus 4 is 86. 90 minus, something is wrong over there. 3a, 30. 33s are 90. So 90 plus 10 is 100. And here it is 93. 33s are 90. 90 minus 4 is, this is something wrong. Two adjacent angles are 3a plus 10 and 3a minus 4. So find all the angles of the parallelogram. 3a plus 10 this is. So mistake I did over there. This is 3a plus 10. Please do the correction. 3a plus 10. This is 3a minus 4. You just cannot cancel this. Then it becomes 3a plus 3a is 6a plus 6 is equal to 180 degree. 6a plus 6 is equal to 180 degree. So 6a is equal to 180 minus 6 means 174, and a is equal to 174 upon 6, 29 degree. So a is equal to 29. So angle A is 3 into 29 plus 10. 87 plus 10 is equal to 97. And angle C is equal to 3 into 29 minus 4. So that becomes 87 minus 4 is equal to 83. So this angle you will be getting is of A is of 97 degrees and this angle you will be getting is of 83 degrees. And if you sum up these two angles, so 97 plus 83 will give you 180 degree. So these are the co-interior. Their sum will always be equal to 180 degree. So on behalf of that you can answer this. This is also 97 and this is also 83. Please be careful while you are doing the calculations. This was 3a plus 10. This is 3a minus 4. So add it properly. 10 minus 4 is 6. 180 minus 6 will give you 174. And then 6 is equal to 174 means a is equal to 174 upon 6. So you will be getting 29. Then you substitute here to get the value of a. Then a is equal to d and c is equal to b. So angle A and angle D will measure. Finally, your answer angle A is equal to angle D is equal to 97 degree each, and angle C is equal to angle B, that is equal to 83 degree each. Opposite angles of the parallelogram you can mark as a justification for your answer. So that's all about your question number 4. Then let us go to question number 5 now. In question number 5 you can see here is, can a quadrilateral PQRS be a parallelogram PQRS? In order you need to draw and then you have to answer. PQRS. This is the quadrilateral given to you. Can it be a parallelogram if S plus R? S plus R. If S plus R, angle S plus angle R is equal to 180 degree, yes, is a parallelogram. Because these are the co-interior angles. PQ is equal to SR. PQ is equal to SR. Second part, this was the first. In second part is PQ is equal to SR is equal to 6. PQ is 6, SR is also 6. These are equal, and this is given if PS is equal to 5. I don't have to take PS is equal to 5 and QR is equal to, and this is 5 and this is 5.5. So S is equal to 5 and QR is equal to 5.5. So answer is no. Why? Because your PS is not equal to QR. That is the property denied. ये parallel equal नहीं है भाई. Opposite sides of the parallelogram are always equal. If this is 6, this should be 6. It is given. Okay, that's there. But if this is 5, so this should be 5. This is not 5. So I have to write no. This is not a parallelogram because PS is not equal to Q. Then the third part, angle P is 80, R is 85. P is 80. In third, you can write angle P is equal to 80 and R is equal to 85. Again, your answer will become no. Why? Put comma. Angle P is not equal to angle R. Again, the contradiction. Opposite angles of the parallelogram are always equal. But if P is not equal to R, so there is a contradiction in that property, hence it cannot be a parallelogram. So in first it can be, because if these are the adjacent angles, sum of adjacent angles in a parallelogram are always 180 degree. In second case, okay, one pair is equal but another is not equal. So in second part answer is no, it is not. In third also contradiction is there, opposite angles I am not getting equal here. So again your answer will be no, it is not a parallelogram. So very good questions from understanding point of view. As I said, if you are clear with the basic properties of a parallelogram, I don't think any difficulty will be finding and answering all these questions. Now, sixth. Two adjacent angles of a parallelogram have equal measures. Two adjacent angles. Let us mark this. Given, we are given with a parallelogram. Suppose I am writing this is ABCD. So you can mark this as a parallelogram. This arrow always denotes the sign of parallel. So opposite sides pairs are parallel, then I can call this a parallelogram. I need not to prove even the pair are equal. So here I will write ABCD is a parallelogram. This is given to me. So you mark it as given. ABCD is a parallelogram. Then adjacent angles are given. Two adjacent angles of a parallelogram have equal measures. Suppose I am taking this and this. Angle A is equal to angle D. Given image is say x degree each. So this is also x, this is also x. What I have to do is find a measure of each angles of the parallelogram. Now we know that, what do you know? We know that angle A plus angle D is equal to 180 degree. Co-interior angles or adjoining angles. Whatever the property you want to write, you can write there. Co-interior angles, angle A plus angle D is equal to 180 degree here. You said A is x adjoining. Again this is of x degree here, 180 degree. So 2x degree is equal to 180 degree. So therefore your x will be equal to 90. So this measures 90. This also measures 90. Opposite angles are equal. So this should also be 90. Opposite again are equal. So each angle, final answer A is equal to B is equal to C is equal to D is equal to 90 degree each. So all four angles. So if two adjacent angles of a parallelogram are equal, means all four angles are equal to each other, and each angle in that particular parallelogram will be measuring is equal to 90 degree. So that is solution for your question number 6 it was. So now let us go to number 7. I hope you all are understanding, because I discussed in detail all the properties of that before starting this topic, and we spent 35 to 40 complete minutes in that discussion. After that we are coming to this application part. So I don't think any difficulty any one of you will be finding over there. Can the following figures be parallelogram? Now let us discuss all these three first. Number 1, here it is ABCD. Here it is 75, here it is 105. This is the first one. Then second it is 7766. 7766 in centimeters. PQRS. Properties PQRS. This is the second one. And third is, here it is, third. Diagonals are drawn. Draw the diagonals also. 7654. Here it is. 76. This is 5. And this is 4. This is X, Y, Z, T. X, Y, Z, T. This is number 3. So you need to mention the reason why yes or why no. This is my request to you. Here you will write yes. I'm sorry, this is no. Because you can see very clearly angle A is not equal to angle C. Opposite angles when are not equal cannot be a parallelogram. Answer for this will be coming yes. Why? EQ is equal to SR, opposite sides, as well your PS is equal to QR. Opposite sides of the parallelogram are equal. Here you see this is XO is not equal to, answer will become no. Diagonals of the parallelogram always bisect each other, you remember this. So here bisects means divides in equal parts. This is the point of intersection. If this is 7, this should also be 7. Or if this is 6, this should also be 6. Similarly, if this is 5, this should also be 5. But here it is 5 and 4, 7 and 6. So you will write no, but the reason you have to mention, because XO is not equal to OZ. One reason. And TO is not equal to OY. So diagonals of the parallelogram bisects each other. Which property is going to be contradicted over here? So you have to write no. This is not a parallelogram. So this is not, this is not, this one is the parallelogram. Again, I answered this question on behalf of the knowledge of the basic properties related to your this quadrilateral, special type of quadrilateral parallelogram. Then you have number 8. Two opposite angles of a parallelogram are given to you. Here it is. Suppose I am taking this is ABCD. So angle A is equal to what? 5x minus 2. Say I am taking this is 5x minus 2 degree, and then your angle, opposite angle C, suppose I am taking is equal to, this is given 40 minus x. So I will write here 40 minus x degrees. So you can mention this is 5x minus 2 and this is 40 minus x. So I need to determine what? All the other four angles, each angle of the parallelogram. Figure answer as angle A is equal to angle C, that is opposite angles of parallelogram are always equal. So 5x minus 2 will be equal to 40 minus x. Linear equation in one variable now. So 5x plus x will be equal to 40 plus 2. Shift this to this side, change the sign, and this to this side. Again you need to change the sign. 6x comes is equal to 42. So x comes equal to 7. So therefore your angle A is equal to what? 5x minus 2 means 5 into 7 minus 2, 33 degrees. 7 5 is 35 minus 2, and your angle C will be equal to 40 minus 7. Again that is coming equal to 33 degree. You can see that. So both of these angles are now measuring 33 each. But now after this you can mention angle A plus angle B is equal to 180 degree. Again do not forget to mention the reason here, co-interior angles. Co-interior angles, these are this and this. So 33, angle A you said is 33 plus angle B is equal to 180. So therefore your angle B is equal to 180 minus 33. So that is equal to 147 degree. So this angle measures is 147. So angle D is also equal to 147. So these are the four angles, 33, 33. Two opposite are equal. On behalf of 33, by using the co-interior sum angle property, you can calculate D 147. Opposite to B again D is there. So that angle also will be measuring is equal to 147. So all four angles I can write. That was all about your question number 8. Now number 9. So question number 9 is, if an angle of a parallelogram is 4/5 of its adjacent angle, let us draw the parallelogram again. A, B, C, D is a parallelogram. In which I am saying angle A and angle D, angle A and angle D are the adjacent angles. I hope all of you are agreeing. Adjacent angles. Therefore, according to conditions you can mention here, if an angle of a parallelogram is 4/5 of its adjacent, 4/5, angle A is equal to 4 by 5 of angle D. Angle A is equal to 4 by 5 of angle D. So let angle B is equal to x degree. So therefore angle A is equal to 4 upon 5 of x. I hope you understand that. Again, you need to find the all four angles here. So angle A plus angle D is equal to 180 degree. This plus this. So co-interior angles again. The reason you have to mention co-interior angles. So what is A? 4 by 5. What is D? X. So 4 by 5 of x plus x is equal to 180 degrees. So now your linear equation in one variable is again coming back into practices. So take the LCM 5, here it is 4x, here it is 5x. When nothing is there in the denominator, always you can take 1 is equal to 180 degree. And then by cross multiplying, you are getting 9x is equal to 180 into 5. Better you leave it in small products only so that it becomes easy to cancel. 180 into 5 whole upon 9. 20s are, so that becomes is equal to 100 degree. So x, that means D was x. If this was x, this was 4 by 5 of x. So now you can mention this is equal to 100 degree. So what is this equal to? 4 by 5 into 100. 5 20s are. So this angle A will be equal to 80 degree. So therefore angle A is equal to 80 degree and angle D is equal to 100 degree. So if A is 80, so your C is also 80, opposite angles. D is 100, so your B is also 100. So angle A is equal to angle C is equal to 80 degree each. And angle B is equal to angle D is equal to 100 degree each. 100 degree each. Reason is opposite angles of the parallelogram. So in that way, you can solve this question number 9. Use the relationship very carefully. What kind of angles are these? You need to draw the diagram, identify the adjacent angles. Not necessarily A and D only. You can take A and B also. You can take B and C. That is your choice. And then apply the relationship according to conditions. It is given that A is 4 by 5th of D. This is the relationship. So if D is x, so A will be 4 by 5 of D. That it will be equal to 4 by 5 of x. So that practices we did in linear equations also. Then the relationship between the adjacent angles I know is 180 degree. That I need to apply. Put the value of these two x and 4 by 5 of x. That will help you to calculate the value of x. And then finally you need to substitute in 4 by 5 of x. You will be getting is equal to 80 degree. In next directly you can put that value 100. Put that there. With the help of this 100, you can find this opposite to this B. With the help of this 80, you can find the fourth one that will also be equal to 80 degree. So 4 angles I have determined. 2 are 80 degree each and 2 are 100 degree each. So one more question we can add to this today's class, that is the 10th, and rest 9 I would like to add by tomorrow. So 10th is write a quadrilateral which is both a rectangle and a rhombus, which is both a rectangle and a rhombus. So it's a parallelogram. First of all, parallelogram you know is a rectangle and rhombus. Both are the family members of parallelogram. But if I take care of the third member of this family, that is square. 90, 90, 90. So if you just study the page number 104 of your textbook, in figure 3.19, it is very clearly mentioned in first part there is a parallelogram in which the square is inscribed in a rectangle and again the square is inscribed in a rhombus. That shows somewhere कि square is a rectangle as well square is a rhombus. Square is a rectangle because square follows all the properties of rectangle, and also square is a rhombus because again the square follows all the properties of rhombus. So question is related to that property only. So write a quadrilateral which is both a rectangle and a rhombus. So square is that quadrilateral. Square is a quadrilateral which is a rectangle as well as a rhombus. Why? Because it follows all the properties of square follows all the properties of rectangle as well as of the rhombus. And what are those properties? Opposite sides are equal, as well your opposite angles are equal, diagonals bisect. These are the main properties. Opposite sides are parallel 1, opposite sides are equal 2, then opposite angles are equal 3, and the diagonals bisect. This is number 4. These are the properties followed by the rectangle as well as by the rhombus, and square is following all these properties. So therefore square I can consider as a rectangle as well as a rhombus also. Square is a rectangle and square is a rhombus also, but a rectangle cannot be a square and rhombus also cannot be a square. Please make a note of that. So that's all about these 10 question solutions from the understanding point of view. My request to you, without knowing the reasons, please do not try to answer the questions, and definitely the marks will also be reduced if you are failing in mentioning the reason of your answers. That is very important from the understanding point of view. So in very first part, it is very clearly mentioned before this exercise 3.3. All the properties in detail are shared in your textbook also. Please read that part. So remaining we will take tomorrow. Thank you. Have a nice time.